We got our strength
Come on now.
from somewhere else. We might have thought
All right.
that when we needed courage, we found that courage in the bottom of a whiskey jar. We might have thought that we found that courage and found that relaxation on the other end of a tobacco stick that was not really tobacco at all. We might have thought that we got it from sniffing something up our nostrils that never should have been in the body at all. We might have thought that we got it from traveling some long distance and letting somebody tell us about our future. But I want to tell you that no matter what you thought, because you're here right now, nobody but the Lord brought you over. Nobody but the Lord kept you where you are. Nobody but the Lord gave you food. Nobody but the Lord gave you a job. Every now and then, when we get in dark places, we seem to think that we can work everything out by ourselves. But I'm going to tell you that every time one door closes, the Lord will open another door. I hung out of seminary for about 10 years because I had my own way as to what I was going to do. I had my own mindset as to what professors had religion and didn't have religion. And the late Dr. Benjamin E. Mays told me in kind words, you need to come down off the high horse that you're on. And you have to realize that the professors have what they need. You better get what you need. Instead of judging your professors, you better get what they're teaching. And after 10 years, I found that where I thought I couldn't do it again, the Lord made me back to where I never been and took me higher than I ever was. But I had to realize that I had no power, but God had all power. Yes, in His holy and righteous hand. And thought I couldn't go with one child. End up graduating with 2 children. Sometime ending up in the field because in the Greenville area, where you didn't have any inclement weather in North South Carolina, by the time you got to the hills, the ice was there and the snow was there. When I had an attitude that I wouldn't go to class when I thought I had everything under control. Sometimes the weather was so bad that I found myself off the highway in a ditch waiting for a wrecker to come and pull me out. And when the wrecker got me out, I still didn't look back toward the house. I still had to go to class. Even when there wasn't no class, my mind was made up. Sometimes when God gets you out the ditch, just like He pulled Jonah out the belly of the whale, you might be confused when you go in, but you'll have your direction straight when you come out. And you say, the Lord brought me over. It's a great promise, but it is a limited promise. It's a great promise because it comes from God, but it's a limited promise because He has conditions on it. Here comes the place where He has an economy to it. He says, I will give you strength for today. In other words, if I can finish this sermon today, I'll be thankful. I don't have time to worry about whether I'm going to be able to preach next Sunday or not. This sermon is what I got to get through right now. Whatever you're doing in your life, this day is what you got to get through right now. God is not going to give you the grace for tomorrow. He's going to give you the grace for today. And there's a good reason. If we knew that we had a week of grace, we'd be hard to deal with. If we had it stored up, we'd be hard to get along with. Sometimes we think we got it stored up. But whatever you think you got stored up, God can snatch it in the twinkling of an eye. God can snatch it in the twinkling of an eye. You know what? I wake up nowadays, and Nate, I'm going to get you for that. His timing was quite awkward. Just as I was walking by, coming in, Nate said, I'm not as old as some people. I guess it was time to talk about me. But when I wake up now, I thank God for many things. But you know, one of the first things I thank God for? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I thank God that I still have a peace of mind. I don't have a whole lot. Some things I don't remember like I used to. But I thank God that I still have my mind. And if I didn't turn loose trying to be my own God, I would have lost my mind a long time ago. But I realize that I can't figure everything out. I have to trust the Lord. He will not give you.
Yes, sir.
Somebody in here right now dread the end of this day. You know why? Because I got to go back tomorrow Monday. Everybody don't love their job, you know. Somebody in here right now says, oh Lord, tomorrow's Monday. But don't you worry about tomorrow. You live today. Listen, I'll quit. I'm not through, but I'll quit. I can see it now. Sometimes I catch rides home before I had a little car at Claflin. And sometimes my ride would come too early for me. Because you know you had to go to church. And when you come back, Mama would have dinner practically cooked before we went. When they come back, I can smell those collard greens and the fried chicken and rice. And I love rice all my days. I just love it. And sometimes I would still be at the table, and I can remember more than once. Mama said, son, you can't eat today for tomorrow. It's the cafeteria food, but I like Mama's food. And I evidently, a grown young man, thought that I would just sit there until I eat myself satisfied. She said, you can't eat today for tomorrow, but I'll pack you something, and you can take it with you. You see, we have to wait until tomorrow comes. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but whatever happens tomorrow, God is going to give me strength for that day. All of us are here right now because God gave us strength for the yesterdays that we failed. He will give you strength for the day. Ask Him. And He will supply your need. I will trust in God. Oh yes, I will. I will trust in God. Well, I will trust in God. Oh, I our Father and our Lord.